Now if we create our new plugin called post-code, inside of the plugin admin folder we create a new file called postcode, post-code.php. If we now open this file and we start with the opening PHP tag, first thing we need to do is to check if we have any rows. So if is an empty data rows, then we do something before we close the bracket. We close the PHP tag, then we open PHP tag with the else statement, and in the else statement we simply display a message: there are currently no post codes available. After the if statement, still inside of the PHP tag, we're going to unset data object URL. We look in the params and we want to remove the call param to avoid any problems later on when we're actually replacing these rows with the Ajax response, which may store call basically, obviously within the params of the object URL class, and then passing this onto the paging class as a parameter, which is what we're going to be doing now. So object paging equals a new paging, and this paging class takes 3 parameters: data object URL, then we go for data rows, and then how many records per page. We want 10 of them. So post codes equals object paging get records. So now we've got obviously records, only 10 records per page, so whatever is going to be here is going to be no more than 10. Then we go for the table, cell padding 0, cell spacing 0, border 0, and we have a class TPL repeat. First table row with 2 headings, th postcode, and th with a class call_1 ta_r, and it's going to be remove. Then we go for the t body. If I scroll down a little bit, and between the t body tags we go for the for each loop data rows as item. Actually, no, data rows, wrong. Obviously we're using now filtered array of post codes as item, and inside of this we start with the tr with the id row hyphen echo item id. Then we close this tr, we go for the table ser, so td. First one simply is the label, so echo item post code semicolon closing it, and the second one is td class tra underscore r. And here we create the link to obviously remove the record, href hash. Then we go for class click add row confirm. Then we have another attribute data hyphen URL, which will be data object URL get current, and we want to remove, I'm gonna put it in the array call, and ID we're going to remove, sorry, CID here, then false for the extension in array, what we're going to be appending to this URL, which is going to be call remove, and ID item ID. And after this there's data span, which will be, so we only have 2 columns here obviously. Then we're closing a tag remove, and obviously closing a tag at the end. So that's our plugin now ready.